it. You want to see it whinging. You want to see his fucking face when he's whinging.
Come on, let's go and do it.
I've got the champion winning the last 2 rounds.
Yep, and he's certainly got himself right back into this fight. And good body shots again. And McDonagh didn't like it. Another one borderline low. And McDonagh is really starting to be busted up by this body onslaught from Alexander. Another big body shot. Left hand is the one that's just doing the most damage.
Yeah, and he's got a cross-arm defence on the inside, so that'll tell you just how badly he doesn't like the body shots. He's actually stopped fighting on the inside now, McDonagh. See, look where his right arm is. He brings it right across his stomach to protect his ribs. So the champion now, he's found a way through. Just got to keep his punches up as Alexander. When he launches his body attack, keep the punches up ever so slightly, then come back over the top.
Oh, he's taken a point away. He's taken a point away.
Well, you can't blame the referee at all, really, because he doesn't like the body shots. He's holding far too much, and the referee's just lost patience with him.
I think Mickey Van's absolutely right.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've said before, John, he's a no-nonsense referee. He just won't stand for it. And McDonagh's going to have to change his tactics and fight a different fight.
McDonagh, who started so well, and is it now all starting to ebb away?
Well, this is generally the difference between champion and challenger when we get into the last third of the fight, last quarter of the fight. But the champion has been there before and can suck it up and dig in.
Concerted effort from Alexander to bust McDonagh up with body shots in the closing stages of this fight.
Champion just got to keep his shots up. Well, McDonagh's not going to win this just by single punching. He's really got to put his punches together.
Joe Calzaghe against Jeff Lacey, the big fight for you tonight on ITV coming up. But for the moment, Wayne Alexander with his back to you. Is he doing enough to retain his WBU light middleweight title?
I think so, John. I mean, it's not been a spectacular fight, hard fight, been no dramas, but just got the champion now ahead.
Well, I think Thomas McDonagh in this round has done precious little. There's one little flurry to the head, but apart from that, very little indeed. And Alexander has tucked another round into the bag. See some of the action from the round, and it was body shots, wasn't it, which Alexander was being successful with, and that was as a result of that, McDonagh was wanting to hold on, and you could see all the way he was just trying to cover up.
Absolutely, that became a round of survival for McDonagh. He didn't want to unload. Became very negative and very tentative.
Let's listen to the corner.
That's it, yeah. Let's go. Work on him, work on him. He's going to bomb me, he's going to bomb me. Fucking work on him.
Work on him with the left hook. That was the message there.
Come on now, take deep breaths now. Suck it up, Thomas. Suck up, come on. Nice deep breaths. In and out all the time. Don't fight with him. In and out. You understand me? Now come on.
In and out, in and out. Use your mobility, use your reach. 3 minutes remaining. Alexander in the black shorts, the champion, in the final round. And the pattern continues.
The champion has only really come to life over the last quarter of this fight. You know, a lot of the early rounds were scored to McDonagh, but a lot of the middle rounds were even, but McDonagh's just, I think he's given the fight away.
Alexander bravely coming forward. His title absolutely on the line. Talked about him turning fights around when he was on the brink. Has he turned another one around tonight?
McDonagh just closes up shop when Alexander gets close to him. He's been effective when he's been at range.
That's a good left hand from McDonagh. We've not had many of those of late. McDonagh trying to trade.
Let him go, Thomas! Let him go!
I wonder if that 1 point deduction which we saw in the last round, I wonder if that might be a crucial factor. Could be.
I think so, John. Very, very crucial.
Alexander has had certainly the better of the second half of this fight. Made a pretty ordinary start to it, but as the spring went out of McDonagh's legs, the champion came back, and it's not been pretty to watch, a lot of it. But McDonagh, for my way of looking at it, McDonagh has not done a great deal for the last 3, 4, 5 rounds.
Well, he hasn't taken the championship, not in my opinion also. Sure, he's had nice little spurts where he's done well, but you know, he's had a round deducted also, and the champion's had a better quarter of this fight.
Well, coming into the last 15 seconds of the round, big left hook to the body from Alexander and the right over the top. McDonagh's bravely coming forward, and that's getting a roar of acclaim from his Manchester fans, but I think it might be too little too late, but you never know. McDonagh celebrates as though he's won it. Alexander thinks he's won it. The two hug. Not a great fight. And it's going to go to the judges' cards. Alexander thinks he's done it. McDonagh thinks he's done it. Well, we will wait and see. How did you have it in the end, Duke?
I got Alexander by 2.
Alexander by 2 from Duke Mackenzie. And we, in a second or two, will get the confirmation of the result. This was some of the action in the last round, and it had been a pretty dire sort of exchange before that, but at last a few punches were landed as McDonagh tried to gamble. There's Alexander a bit busted up around his eyes. Eamon McGee doing the work there. And there's Thomas McDonagh with his trainer Brian Hughes. And still we wait for the scorecards. They're being checked over by Boxing Board of Control officials. McDonagh thinks he's got it. Two trainers shaking hands, centre ring. I wonder, is it going to be another very close one? I thought Alexander did enough, but he didn't do a great deal early on in the fight. Still, we wait for the result to be passed up. It's taking a long time, but now the deliberations are over, and it is handed to our Master of Ceremonies, Jimmy Lennon Jr. And I think in just a second or two we will get it. Has Alexander retained the WBU light middleweight title, or is it about to change hands, and is it going to go to Thomas McDonagh? We can find out now. Here's Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Reg Thompson scores the bout 115 to 114 in favor of Thomas McDonagh. Judge at ringside, Larry O'Connell scores the bout 114 to 113 in favor of Wayne Alexander. And judge at ringside, Dave Paris scores the bout 116 to 111 in favor of the winner and still champion, Wayne Alexander.
Well, Alexander retains his title, a huge difference in the quality and the excitement.